Today we have a joyful and very uplifting Good Samaritan with us. We'd like to introduce Program Leader April Ray Berry with the Pregnancy Help Center in La Follette. Hi, April.
Hi, guys.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you all for having me here.
We're so glad to have you.
Indeed, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here with us, April.
Yeah. So, April, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with the Pregnancy Center and how long you've been involved?
Sure. So I had a friend, one of my close friends was the program leader at the Pregnancy Help Center before me, and her husband is in the Navy, and they were stationed in Hawaii, of all places. So she was given the task to find another local person to apply for her spot, and she made a post on Facebook, and I had plans to go back to school. I was going to go finish my education and do elementary education and become a teacher, because I had put that off to get married and have babies. So that was my plan, was to go back. The Lord had another plan. I saw Amy's post, and I messaged her, and I said, hey, tell me more about this job. And she told me about it, and she said, just fill out a resume and bring it down, and we'll send it to Knoxville, which is to Catholic Charities. So I said, okay, and I did, and Catholic Charities called me and asked me to come in for an interview. So I drove to Knoxville, and I done the interview, and they said, okay, we'll let you know something. I thought, well, I just blew that, you know. So I came back home, and the next day I got a phone call, and they offered me the job, and I took it. And it's been one blessing after another. It's definitely a God thing, so I'm thankful to be there.
That is just so great. How long have you been there?
2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
Wow.
That really is wonderful. So it seems you have a great deal of passion for it. I'm curious, can you explain some of the history of the Pregnancy Center to us?
Sure. 10 years ago.
All right, April, definitely love the passion you're bringing to this work here. Curious, could you explain some of the history of the Pregnancy Center to us?
Sure. Back in 2009, Father Joe Campbell was with Our Lady of Perpetual Help in La Follette, and he saw the need for mothers and mothers-to-be to have resources in La Follette. So he contacted Catholic Charities of East Tennessee and asked about the programs that they have, and they got together and brought the Pregnancy Center to La Follette. And it's been here for 10 years, almost 11.
So, April, what is involved there at the center?
Well, the clients, they came in for once a week for a one-on-one class. Their class lasts for an hour. They do their lessons, and the lessons are videos that they watch. And then they get paid baby bucks, and they can use their baby bucks in the baby store to buy things like diapers and wipes, or they can save their baby bucks to buy brand new cribs and car seats and strollers and the big ticket items. And then we, of course, get to love on babies.
I understand that the center has implemented the Earn While You Learn program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, please?
Sure.
So the baby bucks kind of thing?
Yeah, that's the baby bucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome, actually. You get an education on how to raise a baby, you know, because they don't really come with an instruction manual.
No, they don't.
Yeah. So you get the education, and you get to earn, you know, the items that you need for them by learning. So it's pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's really...
That really is. That's absolutely fantastic, as I would say. Renee.
You know, what I saw about the program, something that really jumped out at me is that this is not only for the mothers, but the fathers. Mm-hmm. They're not excluded from participating in the program. So they get to join the mothers with all of this.
Yes.
I mean, how do they support, and do they get to earn the baby bucks?
They do. That's a very good question. The fathers are very welcome to come with the mothers. If the fathers come with the mothers, they too earn baby bucks, so they can earn double baby bucks.
I love that.
Yeah. They earn double baby bucks, and they can get their items a lot quicker.
Oh.
So they go through the classes together, and it kind of gives them a bonding experience too, you know.
I could see that.
Yeah, because they're going through this together.
Yeah.
And then the fathers can see through the videos a little bit of what the mothers are going through, you know. And then we have classes also that are geared just for fathers. So we have some gentlemen that will take advantage of that, and they'll ask to do the father lessons. And it's pretty amazing to get to see someone come in, you know, when I had my baby, my first baby, I didn't know anything about babies. So it's pretty awesome to see somebody come in that doesn't really know a whole lot about babies, and then after they've been there, you know, a while, they're like pros at it. So it's pretty sweet to get to be a part of that.
That is.
April, this is all very impressive, what you're telling me here. A few follow-ups I'd like with what you've mentioned so far. What you were just saying about the fathers getting involved in this, I know my experience with my siblings and, you know, them going through all of the 35 children that they brought into the world in the time that I've been alive. Something I think that a new parent may overlook is just the massive amount of stress that the entire maternity and child raising process can bring into your life and into your marriage. And I'm curious if you notice when the fathers are participating in this, if that seems to help alleviate a lot of that stress that comes into the pregnancy and that first year and all the sleep you lose raising a baby.
Yes, because it is a lot of stress. You know, you've got this little tiny human, and they depend on you for everything, and they're kind of demanding, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they want what they want when they want it. So yeah, I think it does. I think it helps them to know how to handle situations and what could come up, you know. It gives them a little bit of an idea of what to expect, I think, and that helps. And that's actually, you can cut this out if you want to, I don't know. That's actually I think the reason that the While You Learn program was started. It was part of the pro-life movement, and it's a way to offer help to someone both financially, you know, if that's one of the reasons they're considering ending their pregnancy, and it's a way to help them financially and with the education they need, you know, to give them the know-how to handle a baby.
Yeah.
And I got to say too, on that note, that Catholic Charities has a wonderful program that they have for ladies who in the past have chosen to have an abortion, to help them to heal. They have a program they offer, and they go on a retreat, and it's a pretty nice program to help, you know. So
yeah, that's something people don't really talk about, but I think that's probably a good thing, a good you know, program to have for
and
sure.
You don't have to be Catholic to do it, you know. I am a Baptist preacher's daughter. Most of the clients we see are Protestant, so it's not a Catholic or Protestant thing. They're
just there to help.
Yeah, we're just here to help.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. One parent who had graduated the program, and she told me that the whole time, because they get to stay, of course, till the baby's 2. Like I said that, but she said the whole time that they were there, that she never had to buy a pack of diapers out of pocket. That it's like she's always got them at the pregnancy center.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. I mean, that's after you add up 2 years worth of diapers. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And
that's incentive enough.
Yes. Yeah. And we would not be able to fund everything if it was not for La Follette Medical Board. So I've got to give them a shout out. I mean, you know, we get a grant through them, and that's how we get everything for the parent.
So do you get any other donations, or do people have the opportunity to contribute?
Yes, we do. We get donations. We'll have churches that will do diaper drives. We can do a bottle drive at a church where I come in and talk in front of the church for a few minutes, and then I leave a box of baby bottles, and the people of the church can take the bottles home with them and put their spare change in it for a week or two, and then they bring the bottles back to the church and I go back and pick them up.
That's such a great idea.
Yeah, it's cute.
So April, I'm curious, obviously in an area like Campbell County, we're more in the mountains, kind of more isolated to ourselves. A lot of people have this very can-do attitude, just take things on and do it yourself. This is the way Grandma did it, and that's how we're going to do it. So for someone that maybe isn't persuaded yet that the pregnancy center is a place where they should go to get help, and they're just convinced they're just going to do it the old-fashioned way, how are these resources going to make a tangible difference to them in your experience working with people that come to the pregnancy center? How much easier is that making this process of going through pregnancy and those early years with the child?
To me, I would say, of course, the education is most important to me. But I think financially, it's just a good decision, because if you add up 2 years of buying diapers, that's a lot of money. And then you add in all the other things that you get brand new. Okay. You add in all the other things that you get brand new, like the baby bed and the stroller and the car seat. That's a little bit of a chunk of change, you know. So I think financially it's awesome, and I think educationally it's awesome. Things change, you know. In 10 years since my youngest child was a baby, things have changed. The laws have changed regarding car seats, and so things have changed since Grandma's time. So taking her advice is awesome, you know, but being able to come in and stay up to date with everything is pretty cool too.
So really a lot of what this boils down to with the pregnancy center is parenting is overwhelming, and any assistance you can get is welcome, and people should by all means come.
Yes.
Spend some time with you all, see what all you can do to make this whole process easier for them and for their child. Of course, while you're making things easier for people in the community can make things easier for you as well. So how exactly do you go about getting support? Do you have any backers or supporters that you'd like to mention, and how could the community also support you?
I do. We actually are funded through the La Follette Medical Foundation. We get a grant, and through that grant we are able to purchase all of the new items for each baby. And then of course my wonderful volunteers that come in, and I always need new volunteers, so you know, I'm always in need of volunteers. There's always something to do. So and the volunteers, my awesome volunteers that come in and work, and then churches can support us by either doing a diaper drive or having me come in and talk to the church. I can do that. Most importantly, what I ask for the whole county to do is to pray for the center, pray for my volunteers, pray for my parents and babies that are there, and pray for me to do what the Lord wants done, and that I'll just be the kind of leader that He wants me to be.
Oh, that's beautiful. You know, along the lines of volunteers, let's say, you know, there's people that want to get involved.
Yes.
How can they get a hold of you to do so?
Well, they can call me at the center. It's 423-437-3416, or they can just stop by. It's 300 West Beach Street in La Follette, and that's the old West La Follette School, and it's the community center. And I'm in the basement. I'm in downstairs.
So people need to go around to the back
Yeah.
to find
Go around the back all the way to the end under the preschool. I get to hear little pitter patters of feet all day. And we have a little yellow flag at our door that says Pregnancy Center, so you can't miss it once you find it.
Okay. Can you one more time repeat the number?
Sure. It's 423-437-3416. And anyone that wants to volunteer, just come on down, call. I promise you will love it. It's amazing.
What do they get to do in volunteering? What do you
Well,
offer?
there's different opportunities for a volunteer. My biggest goal is to get 2 or 4 more volunteers that would be willing to come about 4 hours a week and teach classes. And really, honestly, all that is putting a DVD in a DVD player. So if you can do that, I totally want you with me. There's also, we have a stock room where we keep everything, and we count the diapers out and sort baby clothes, so they can do that, or they can work in the office. So there's different things.
That's great.
Yeah.
And it seems simple enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. That is the second time I've used that word today for those keeping count at home. Something I always do like to emphasize whenever we're talking about the volunteers is indeed how easy it is to just reach out and make a difference. You're talking there about being able to help with your stock room. Anybody can do that. I've spent time at gas stations before. If you can count cigarettes, then you can count diapers.
Exactly.
So you can take those skills right in there, and you're helping young parents start their lives with their children. Just that easy. Likewise, you said, if you know how to work a DVD player, then you can be making lives better. So it's, I think, very important people understand that you don't have to be able to bring some grand contribution. You just have to bring yourself, and you can be helpful to the pregnancy center. And I think that is just an amazing thing. First time I've used that one today. For those keeping track at home, amazing, fantastic, my favorite words. We like to stay positive here at the Good Samaritan. But my next question to you, April, is does the Pregnancy Center hold events for people to get more information about you all, to get more familiar with what you all are doing? Do you have any kind of public events?
We are part of community events like National Night Out, and we also partner up with the health department and different agencies in the county to do things together. So we're getting there.
So people can always keep an eye out whenever those large community events are going on, that there's a good chance Pregnancy Center is going to be right
Yes.
there involved with it.
So this is my favorite question. It always is when we do these. What is your favorite part of this job? What brings the most joy to you?
Oh, the most joy. Oh, goodness. There's so many things. Seeing the interactions with the parents and their babies, and getting to love on the babies myself.
Aww.
They all call me Aunt April. And just being the hands and feet of God is a pretty amazing thing, but being able to help our people here locally is pretty nice, you know.
It is.
Yeah, it is. We have some wonderful people in Campbell County, and I just like being able to help them, you know. And the relationships that I make with the volunteers and the clients, the relationships, I believe, will be lifelong friendships. So there's a lot of blessings.
Yeah. Well, with what you do, that's definitely why we wanted to bring you in as a Good Samaritan. You know, it's an honor to have you with us.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much, and thank you for doing this. Your program is awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And I'd say that's probably the 30th time I've used awesome, but you know.
Hope everybody brought their score sheets with them today.
Yeah.
Well, I guess as we start wrapping up, what I've noticed consistently throughout this is the Pregnancy Center is a loving, place,
Yes.
a God-filled place. You come there, you are welcomed, you are loved, you're treated like family. You're important, and you're helped.
Yes.
Everything that we look for in a Good Samaritan, everything that the community needs in outreach programs such as the one you're doing. And again, we just want to thank you from the bottom of our heart that you are doing this great work for Campbell County.
Yes,
April,
thank
thanks
you.
for being with us.
Thank you all.
Thank you.